In a world full of noise, when is silence golden? We are constantly bombarded with information, opinions, and distractions. But what about the power of silence? When is it more effective to hold back our words and let our actions, or lack thereof, speak for themselves? Silence can be a powerful tool for communication, expressing a range of emotions, from agreement to anger. It can be used to create intimacy or distance, show respect or contempt, and emphasize a point. In many cultures, silence is seen as a sign of wisdom and strength. For example, in some Native American cultures, silence is used to show respect for elders and to allow time for reflection. Despite the power of silence, many of us are uncomfortable with it.
There are times when speaking up is crucial. Social movements rely on voices rising in unison to advocate for change and justice. Imagine the civil rights movement without the powerful speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. or the bravery of Rosa Parks. In the workplace, voicing your ideas, concerns, and opinions is essential for growth and innovation. A culture of silence can stifle creativity and lead to stagnation. Personal relationships thrive on open and honest communication. Sharing our thoughts and feelings, even when difficult, builds intimacy and strengthens bonds. Remember, even the smallest voice can spark change.
While speaking up is essential in many situations, there's also a profound art to silence. Imagine a negotiation. Sometimes the one who masters silence holds the advantage. A well-timed pause can create pressure, prompting the other party to reveal more than they intended. Think about the power of listening. A good listener creates space for the other person to fully express themselves. Stress management often involves finding moments of quiet amidst the chaos of daily life. Silence can be a refuge, a way to calm the mind and recharge. In the quiet of our own thoughts, we can connect with our inner selves, examine our motivations, and gain clarity. Silence becomes a wellspring of inspiration. Learning to balance speaking and silence is a valuable skill. It's about knowing when to assert yourself and when to hold back, when to voice your thoughts and when to simply listen. Imagine a heated argument. Sometimes the most effective way to de-escalate the situation is not by raising your voice, but by lowering it, or even better, remaining silent. Silence can be disarming. It can break the cycle of aggression and create space for reason to return. In a world obsessed with constant communication, silence can be a powerful differentiator. It shows that you're comfortable with yourself and your own thoughts. Consider the impact of a well-placed pause in a speech. It can create dramatic tension, emphasize a point, or allow the audience to absorb what's been said. Martin Luther King Jr.'s famous "I Have a Dream" speech is a perfect example. We live in a world that's constantly trying to grab our attention. Our phones buzz with notifications, advertisements scream for our attention, and everyone seems to have an opinion they're eager to share. In this cacophony, silence becomes a precious commodity. Taking a moment of silence before responding to a question or reacting to a situation can make a world of difference. It allows us to gather our thoughts, choose our words carefully, and respond in a way that is both thoughtful and impactful. Silence can also be a powerful tool for self-care. Taking time for ourselves, even if it's just for a few minutes each day, to disconnect from the noise and simply be present with ourselves is essential for our mental and emotional well-being. Some of the greatest artists, writers, and thinkers throughout history have credited silence as a major source of inspiration. Ultimately, mastering the art of communication involves understanding the power of both speech and silence. It's about being conscious of when to use your voice and when to let silence speak for you. Start by paying attention to your own communication habits. Do you tend to dominate conversations, or are you more comfortable listening? Do you find yourself filling every silence with words, or are you content to let moments of quiet unfold naturally? Remember that communication is not just about what we say, but also about how we say it. Our body language, tone of voice, and even our silences all convey meaning. By being mindful of these non-verbal cues, we can communicate more effectively and build stronger relationships. So, the next time you're faced with a choice between speaking up and staying silent, take a moment to consider the context, your intentions, and the potential impact of your words, or lack thereof.